Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to something I'm very excited for. This is going to be a Pokemon Emerald version Nuzlocke. Sorry it's so silent. I didn't realize that this new game screen would be completely silent. First of all, gigantic shout out to Lunatic Chef. If you've watched my streams on Twitch, you probably know who Lunatic Chef is, or you might know because they've done some crazy things for me and have sent some crazy things, and they flat out bought me Pokemon Emerald, which, if you don't know, is extremely expensive as a video game just for the cartridge alone. So first of all, huge shout out and thank you to Lunatic Chef and his family for this. This is a legitimate copy of Pokemon Emerald. I'm recording with some hardware, but it is a legitimate copy, which is important to me to record with actual software and not hardware. I'm still confused. Is it hardware or software if it's the actual cart? Anyways, I don't know. Point is, this is a legitimate copy. This is not emulated, or this is not at least, I have the cart, and I'm running it off of the cart, is what I'm saying. But anyways, welcome to a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Emerald. If you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, I will explain it here now, and I'll try to get through this intro quickly because I know people don't like long intros. Basically, a Nuzlocke is Pokemon perma-death. If a Pokemon faints, you have to release it. Or you can put it in a dead box where, you can see all the Pokemon that have fainted and you can no longer use. It is extremely difficult. I have never won a Pokemon Nuzlocke yet to this date. I've only tried, I think, 2 to 3. And I have not been successful in beating the Elite Four, which is when you succeed at the Nuzlocke. We got close in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I think I got to literally the last Pokemon, and then it wiped my entire team. You know why, if you know that Elite Four in Pokemon Diamond. Anyways, so yeah, Pokemon permadeath. I guess we'll talk about the rules once we get into the actual game. I won't waste your time. I will just say that if you want to watch this series and support me in what I do, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Consider subscribing to my Twitch channel on Twitch. And otherwise, you can like the videos, comment on the videos, and share the videos, watch the videos, etc., etc. Subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. But I'm not going to waste your time anymore. We're going to start a new game of Pokemon Emerald and do a Nuzlocke. Let's go! Hi! Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. This is what we call a Pokemon. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon, at times as friendly playmates, and at times as cooperative workmates. And sometimes we band together and battle others like us. But despite our closeness, we don't know everything about Pokemon. In fact, there are many, many secrets surrounding Pokemon. To unravel Pokemon mysteries, I've been undertaking research. That's what I do. And you are? Well, I am. Are you a boy or are you a girl? We're going to play as a boy in this playthrough. Alright, what's your name? And then I think everything is capitalized, so I'm just going to capitalize this. We're going to put in Austin, which is my actual name. Even though I could put in GV or something like that. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Oh boy, music is so good. So it's Austin. Yeah. Ah, okay. You're Austin, who's moving to my hometown of Little Root. I get it now. Alright, are you ready? Your very own adventure is about to unfold. Take courage and leap into the world of Pokemon where dreams, adventure, and friendships await. Well, I'll be expecting you later. Come see me in my Pokemon lab. I like how the boxes were shifting around there. All right, welcome to Pokemon Emerald. So actually, this is a blind playthrough. I've never played Pokemon Emerald. It's not really a blind playthrough because I've played Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Ruby. So yeah, it's not really that much of a blind playthrough. But I've never played Emerald version, so I am ignorant to some of the changes. I know the battle tower is the big one, but again, we'll talk about the minutia of this playthrough as we go through it. Don't want to waste your time by talking about too much stuff at the beginning here. Austin, we're here, honey. It must be tiring riding with our things in the moving truck. Well, this is Little Root Town. How do you like it? This is our new home. It has a quaint feel, but it seems to be an easy place to live, don't you think? And you get your own room, Austin. Let's go inside. See, Austin, isn't it nice in here too? The movers Pokemon do all the work of moving us in and cleaning up after. This is so convenient. Austin, your room is upstairs. Go check it out, dear. Dad bought you a new clock to mark our move here. Don't forget to set it. Oh boy, Dad. If you know Gen 3, you know who Dad is. Austin booted up the PC. What would you like to do? Item storage. Withdraw item. Podion. Yes, I know it's potion. I just like calling it a podion. Deposit item. Toss item. Cancel. Mailbox. Decoration. Turn off. Mail. Oh yeah, I forgot this one has decorations. Decoration. Decorate. There are no decorations put away. There are no decorations in use. Okay. Turn off. Austin flipped open the notebook. Adventure rule number 1, open the menu with start. Adventure rule number 2, record your progress with save. The remaining pages are blank. It's a Nintendo GameCube. A Game Boy Advance is connected to serve as the controller. Oh, you're fancy, huh? Austin took a closer look at the Hoenn region map. Classic. Big as well. The clock is stopped. Better set it and start it. Okay, what time is it currently for me? It is 8:11 a.m. So that is going to be 12, 1, 2. No, we gotta go backwards because it's PM. Ba 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 da da. Oh, this music is gonna be like a little earworm. Okay. I know this is stupid, but I always forget. This is 6, 7, 8, and then we gotta go back to 0, 5, 10, 11, 12 or so, like right about there. Yeah. Is this the correct time? 8, 6, 7, 8, close to 15. Yeah. It's about as close as we're going to get it. Austin, how do you like your new room? Good. Everything's put away neatly. They finished moving everything in downstairs, too. Pokemon movers are so convenient. Oh, you should make sure that everything's all there on your desk. Been there, done that. Oh, Austin, quick, come quickly. Look, it's Petalburg Gym. Maybe Dad will be on. We brought you this report from in front of Petalburg Gym. Oh, it's over. I think Dad was on, but we missed him. Too bad. Oh, yeah, one of Dad's friends lives in town. Professor Birch is his name. He lives right next door, so you should go over and introduce yourself. See you, honey. By the way, I like doing voices. I am an aspiring voice actor. I have never dipped my toes into voice acting whatsoever, but perhaps one day. So expect a lot of voices for this playthrough. This playthrough is also going to be kind of like a casual playthrough as well, with the Nuzlocke rules added on top of it. So, I want to have fun. I want to experience the game and enjoy it. It's not just going to be, Nuzlocke mode, basically. Although that is the primary goal. Austin's house. And like I said, we'll explain everything as we go through. Professor Birch's house. Oh, hello, and you are? Oh, you're Austin, our next-door neighbor. Hi. We have a daughter about the same age as you. Our daughter was excited about making a new friend. Our daughter is upstairs, I think. Okay, let's go meet her. Oh, she's a Pokeball, I guess. Huh? Who are you? Oh, you're Austin, so your move was today. I'm May. Glad to meet you. I had this dream of becoming friends with Pokemon all over the world. I heard about you, Austin, from my dad, Professor Birch. I was hoping that you would be nice, Austin, that we could be friends. Oh, this is silly, isn't it? I've just met you, Austin. Oh, no, I forgot. I was supposed to go help Dad catch some wild Pokemon. Austin, I'll catch you later. Oh, I thought you were going to leave. Can I just take this? It's May's Pokeball. Better leave it right where it is. Interesting. Pokemon fully restored. Items ready, and... Austin flipped open the notebook. Adventure rule number 1, open the menu with start. Adventure rule number 2, record your progress with save. The remaining pages are blank. She's got the orange spice GameCube. She's got a pink clock. That May, I guess our child's too busy with Pokemon to notice that you came to visit, Austin. Hi, neighbor. Do you already have your own Pokemon? I do not know. We need one if we're going to. Apparently, you need a Pokemon if you're going to go anywhere in the world of Pokemon, which is kind of crazy. Hello.
Hi. There are scary Pokemon outside. I hear their cries. I want to go see what's going on, but I don't have any Pokemon. Can you go see what's happening for me?
Sure. Help me! Hello, you over there, please help! In my bag, there's a Pokeball. You got it. Okay, so let's see. So there's a whole bunch of rules when it comes to Nuzlocking. Again, this is like my third or fourth attempt, so I by no means am an expert. We'll be doing rules that are fair, but also a decent level of challenge for somebody that's somewhat new, and also for Pokemon Emerald, which apparently is pretty difficult to Nuzlocke in general. So one of those is like, you might not choose a starter. You might, I guess, just randomly pick one, unless there's a way to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose, and we are going to choose. I like Trico, but I don't like his final evolution. I'm forgetting his name. It's something with a G, right? I don't like his final evolution, so that's an easy choice. I do like Blaziken and Torchic, but I not only would want to pick this one anyways, this one apparently is also really good for the Nuzlocke. So we're going to go with the Mudfish Pokemon, Mudkip. Do you choose this Pokemon? And I guess I'll show you what they look like for anybody that doesn't know. Torchic's so adorable. Trico's cool. I like Trico. But yeah, I don't like what he evolves into. What is it? I can't believe I'm forgetting the name. I usually remember all the names of everything up until generation, like, 3, at least. Okay, let's go with Mudkip. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. It's a wild Zigzagoon. Go, Mudkip. We will. You can growl first to reduce his attack, but I think we'll tackle. Ooh, that growl's coming in a little late, bud. Unless you survive this, but we're gonna get a critical anyways. No critical, that's fine. Woo! I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. You saved me. Thanks a lot. Oh? Hi, you're Austin. This is not the place to chat, so come by my Pokemon lab later, okay? So, Austin, I've heard so much about you from your father. Heard that you don't have your own Pokemon yet, but the way you battled earlier, you pulled it off with aplomb. I guess you have your father's blood in your veins after all. Oh yes, thanks for rescuing me. I'd like you to have the Pokemon you used earlier. Austin received the Mudkip. Hell yeah. While you're at it, why not give a nickname to that Mudkip? Okay, so here's one of the rules. I do like this rule. You have to nickname every Pokemon to feel a closer bond with them so that when you lose them, it sucks even more. What should we nickname this Pokemon? I was thinking about maybe nicknaming them after my patrons, but I didn't have time to get in contact with all of my patrons and see who wanted to do that and who didn't. Twitch subscribers, could ask for nicknames from my Discord, which, by the way, join my Discord. Links in the description below. What should we call him? Cheeks. He's got those cheek spikes. I know what he's going to evolve into as long as he stays alive. Let's see. Marsh, Muddy Waters. Might have to cut here to think of a perfect nickname. Mudkip, Mudfish. He's a Mudfish, right? Let's see. Okay, thought of the perfect nickname. We're going to call him Finn with 2 N's. Finn. I like that. Yeah, I'm just going to come up with actual nicknames, not name it after anybody or anything. Finn. If you work at Pokemon and gain experience, I think you'll make an extremely good trainer. My kid May is also studying Pokemon while helping me out. Austin, don't you think it might be a good idea to go see May? Great, May should be happy too. Get May to teach you what it means to be a trainer. Okay. So, the first thing that I do in every also, is our Mudkip still damaged? No. First thing I do in every Pokemon game is I always level my main starter up until 10, which I guess we can do now, and also talk about the rules. Oh, it's a Wurmple. Oh, okay. No, we're fine. I just almost forgot about a rule. So, yeah, I want to get some experience here, level them up. So yeah, welcome to the Nuzlocke. Basically, we'll describe all the rules now while we're grinding here, so everybody knows what to expect. Let me sniffle in real quick. I've been a little congested lately, but what else is new? Okay, so the main rule, obviously, if a Pokemon faints, then you release or store the Pokemon and never use them again. So if my Mudkip here were to die to this Wurmple, were to faint to this Wurmple, then it's done. Even if we've, used him for forever and he's evolved and we love him and all that sort of stuff, which I just realized it is a him. It is a male, which back in the day I used to restart until I had like a male starter, I guess just because I'm male in real life. Ooh, Mud Slap, nice. Finn learned Mud Slap. So I usually would want at least a male starter. These days, I don't really care. These days, I just roll with the punches. Okay. So that's rule number 1. If our Pokemon faints, then we release it or we store it. I think we'll store it, especially for a YouTube series. It would be good to store it so we can see, look at the box at the end. I think we can go one more fight without healing. Rule number 2 is to nickname every Pokemon that we get, which we've done already with Finn here. That's just to, basically create more of a bond, It's kind of a macabre rule if you think about it. How much does Mud Slap do? So, okay, yeah, but it reduces speed. Oh, reduces accuracy. So rule number 3 is a big one. Rule number 3, I'm going to press this a little bit more to level up to level 7 here. Rule number 3 is we can only catch the first Pokemon we come in contact with for each and every route, which means I need to start setting up a list here of different places. Now, that rule will begin when we receive Pokeballs. We don't have Pokeballs yet, so this does not matter yet, because if it did, then Wurmple would be our Pokemon, because we encountered Wurmple first for whatever route this is, Route 1 or whatever. Okay, so yeah, 9 hit points, less than that. If we died there, Finn would be dead for good, which we have to keep in mind. Also, I'm going to, like I said, treat this like an actual playthrough, so expect it to be slower. This is not going to be like a rush through the game type of playthrough. This is going to be a I'm going to enjoy the game type playthrough. How are you doing, Austin? You look a little tired. I think you should rest a bit. Okay, classic. You can always use Mom to heal your Pokemon. Take care, honey, in most of the games. Professor Birch's house. Please tell me you get running shoes in this game, by the way. We are so slow. I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure you get running shoes in Gen 3. Oh, May went out to Route 103 just a little while ago. Like father, like child. May can't stay quietly at home. Hi, neighbor. Do you already have your own Pokemon? Now I do. Let's go check upstairs just real quick. See if she took her Pokeball. Which is interesting, because she would have chosen the Pokemon, obviously, that has a type advantage against ours, so she would have chosen Trico. But she would have already had it, so that means there's 2 Tricos, huh? You saved Professor Birch, I'm so glad. Okay, this guy, there's always a bigger dude that talks about technology in every Pokemon. If you use a PC, you can store items in Pokemon. The power of science is staggering. Little root town, a town that can't be shaded any hue. That's weird. Professor Birch spends days in his lab studying, then he'll suddenly go out in the wild to do more research. When does Professor Birch spend time at home? I don't know, is it any of your business, to be honest? Professor Birch's Pokemon lab. Hello. Professor Birch is studying the habitats and distribution of Pokemon. The professor enjoys May's help, too. There's a lot of love there. Mary, gone home, I think. Or maybe that kid's scrabbling around in tall grass again somewhere. If you or your Pokemon get tired, you should come get some rest at home. Okay, so that is Little Root Town Exploring. We're going to talk to everybody, get all the items. We're going to do everything in the game, basically. Until we die, until we get wiped, which probably, I'm going to be honest with you, probably is going to happen at some point. I don't know. Emerald is the thing. And, hello. Wild Pokemon will jump at you in tall grass. If you want to catch Pokemon, you have to go into the tall grass and search. Yeah, I just don't know Emerald. I know, Ruby and Sapphire decently well. So it's very likely we're going to come up against a team that I'm just not ready for. I heard there's, a Wobbuffet somewhere that will, wreck your team. it's gonna be worrisome. Route 101 to Oldale Town. So yeah, just keep that in mind. As like, this probably is not gonna succeed, but stranger things have happened, right? You know, you never know. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride, basically. I'm already really enjoying playing through Emerald again, Gen 3 again in general. And once again, massive thank you to Lunatic Chef and his family for sending this. Pokemon Emerald is not hard to find, but is extremely expensive, as I said, and I just would not have gotten it on my own, so thank you. If Pokemon get tired, take them to a Pokemon Center. There's a Pokemon Center in Oldale Town right close by. So yeah, rule number 3. As soon as we get Pokeballs, the route rule begins. And basically that means that, yeah, the first Pokemon we encounter in each route, cave, dungeon, whatever, is the Pokemon that we can catch. If we accidentally kill that Pokemon, then we can't catch anything else. If we fail to catch the Pokemon, then we can't catch anything else. So we have to be sure to catch whatever it is first. Basically, is one rule. Let's see, what else? I'm not going to do any sort of item rules at all, because in my experience, the game and the Nuzlocke is already difficult enough to where items don't really... Like, if I was an expert, knew what I was doing, if I knew the encounters, if I knew what to expect and that sort of thing, then yeah, you can, you know, impose some item rules and stuff like that to make the game a little harder, but I think the game is going to be, you know, difficult enough even with free item usage. So we will have that. The other thing with rule number 3 is if we... So we're going to activate the dupes clause. There's a common thing with Nuzlocks where there's a dupes clause. Basically what that means is if... Okay, that's a little scary. Basically what that means is if we, for instance, catch a Wurmple on Route 103 as our Pokemon, and then we go to Route 104 and it's another Wurmple as our first encounter, then that will activate the dupes clause and I can catch something else. That keeps the playthrough interesting. I'm a big fan of that clause because, like, who the hell wants 6 Wurmples? I'm a purist in life as well, so it's kind of like, oh, well, I would like to have, you know, hey, let's get lucky and get a whole crazy team. That'd be cool. But, yeah, the dupes clause just keeps things interesting, basically, so you don't have a team of the same, you know, 1 Mudkip and then 5 Wurmples. So we will activate that. That being said, I do want the interesting pokes. I do want, like, for instance, here, Wurmple is a bug Pokemon that evolves into... Oh, gosh, what is it even? This is the Silcoon game, right? This is the Silcoon and Cascoon game. And then, what, Beautifly? There's only 1 worm here, right? Also, let's find Oldale Town. Yeah, so we can check out the Poke Center. Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Center. We restore your tired Pokemon to full health. Would you like to rest your Pokemon? Okay, I'll take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Thank you. Yeah, if you don't know, Poke Centers and Pokemon will restore your Pokemon for free. We're going to explain all the Pokemon mechanics to those, because especially since I do... Oh, especially since I do mainly Elder Scrolls Fallout RPGs on the main channel here, where this is going. Yeah, we'll be explaining all the mechanics. I'm sure there's people that watch me that have never played or seen Pokemon. I know that's rare, but I'm sure that's the thing. So yeah, so example, here, we've seen a lot of Wurmples, obviously, so we're most likely to get Wurmple, but I would prefer to get Poochyena, this guy, who evolve... Well, I'm not going to spoil who they evolve into, just for people that want to be surprised. But you want type coverage. If you don't know Pokemon, Pokemon have different types. So, Finn is, what, just water? I don't actually know. This is what I'm talking about, like I'm not an expert. Let's see. And I should check this, too, to see what their nature is, which I am not good at knowing what nature does what. Hopefully we got a good one. Number 007, look at that. Finn, Mudkip, type water. But, okay. So, stab attacks, or not stab attacks, which I'll talk about later. special and attack, special and normal attack. What is it called? Special and physical, right? They work differently in this generation, don't they? We start with Torrent, the ability. You always start with that for your starter. Ups water moves in a pinch, so when you're low health, your water moves are stronger. Lax nature. I feel like that's bad because I never hear about that one, I think. Route 101. Oh, does that count? Oh, that's another rule. Yeah. Okay, lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. So one of the other rules that I think we'll add is static encounters do not count. Meaning, if we get a Pokemon from, like, a gift or an egg or, you know, some guy just comes up and is like, hey, take this Pokemon from me, that does not count for the Pokemon on that route. So, for instance, if we meet somebody on Route 110 that gives us, like, a Wurmple, let's say. Just trying to stick with the Wurmples because we're obviously seeing the Wurmples here. We can still catch a Pokemon on that route. So, that means that for this route, we can still catch a Pokemon even though we got one here, Mudkip, because it was a static encounter. We didn't find Mudkip in the wild. I'm trying to make the Nuzlocke doable in terms of difficulty as well as fun. So yeah. So what else can we explain? Obviously, Pokemon is like a turn-based JRPG. It's so weird to think of Pokemon as a JRPG, but it is, right? We're gonna level up one more time to level 10 just to get a head start here. But yeah, Pokemon is a turn-based JRPG, Japanese role-playing game. You basically take turns attacking. The combat system is actually way more in-depth than you might think on the surface. It's pretty cool, actually. Should we just move on? Probably might be okay with level 9. I'm just so used to doing level 10, even in a casual playthrough, which is completely unnecessary because you know, you can steamroll with your starter. And maybe we should just move on. I don't know. I have to find the balance between keeping the playthrough interesting while also not, you know, we want to grind. So there is an anti-grinding rule as well we're not going to implement. It's basically like if you over-level. So there's a common rule where you can't have your Pokemon exceed the max level of the gym leaders, the next gym leader's highest level Pokemon. I think that's how it goes. We're not going to do that because the game's already going to be hard enough to beat in a Nuzlocke anyways without that rule. You know, again, if I was an expert, then we would, but yeah. That we see in the corner there is for any Pokemon trainer to use. Naturally, that means you're welcome to use it too. The Pokemon Wireless Club on the second floor was built recently, but they say they're still making adjustments. Pokemon centers are great. You can use their services as much as you like, and it's all for free. You never have to worry. Okay, so we can use the PC in the top right to withdraw whatever Pokemon. I always check up here. There's usually never NPCs up here, but I check anyways. This is all the wireless, like, online functionality and whatever. Okay, I'm going to have to open up a notepad file while we do this as well. So if you hear any clickety-clackities, that's why. Because I'm going to have to keep track of all the different routes and what we caught for each route. Finn's attack miss. I always think tackle is 100% accuracy boot, but it's 95, right? Alright, so here's a good time to explain special versus physical attacks. So it's weird, because I think in Generation 3, which is what this one is, if you don't know, like, Pokemon has different generations of games that came out during said generations. Generation 1 is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Generation 2 is Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal. Generation 3 is Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So when I say Generation 3, I'm referring to this generation. And also Fire Red and Leaf Green, right? That counts as Generation 3 as well. The spin-offs usually... Not spin-offs is the wrong word because they're relate, you know, they're... A Pokemon spin-off game is something like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Ranger, for instance. But then they'll also make, like, supplementary games that are kind of to the side as well, like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, which are sort of remakes of the original generation. It's confusing. Don't know if I should overload people with information, but I really like talking if it's not clear. Okay, let's type on the notepad file over here as we keep searching for encounters. So yeah, doing what I'm doing now, grinding, would not be good if I was doing the gym leader rule where I couldn't overlevel. Because, I don't know, maybe we're not even overleveled for the gym leaders, I don't know, but point is like, this is supposed to cut down on grinding if you do the gym leader rule and to make it harder. So you actually have to use strategy and stuff in order to win. But I'm just going to get blindsided. Like, a gym leader's going to have a Pokemon that I don't know that they have. They're just going to blindside me anyways, so I don't think the level difference is going to matter as much. Okay, so we are going to type over here. Make sure I don't die. Also, Pokemon Emerald, Nuzlocke, Notes, Route 101. Very close. This might do it. Level 2 Poochyena, though, so it might not be enough experience. And it's not. We got one more fight. So, little tip, you can get over here to the right so you don't have to run through and accidentally activate another encounter. I guess that's one thing to explain, too, is that, obviously, Pokemon appear in the tall grass. I know this is stuff 99% of people are going to know, but there is going to be that 5% or 1% that does not know this stuff, so... But yeah, in Pokemon, when you walk in the tall grass or when you walk in a cave, you know, it's like a typical JRPG where there are random encounters. But in Pokemon, you can know where the random encounters are, which is actually kind of ingenious compared to other JRPGs with random encounters. Water Gun, excellent. Okay, I was going to explain special versus physical attacks. So in Generation 3, as far as I know, it's different. Now, this was how it was for Leaf Green and Fire Red, but I don't know if that's how it is for Emerald. But it was basically... It depends on the type of move for whether it's special or physical. So, for instance, and I'm taking a guess here because I don't actually know. If we take a look at our moves, Tackle is normal. So that should be a physical move because I feel like normal moves are physical, which, yeah, they wouldn't be special. Ground is probably physical, so Mud Slap is probably, physical. Water, I'm assuming, is special. So I actually don't know what Mudkip even is. We got to take a look at his stats. We can see special attack is 15, attack is 19, which probably means we want to be attacking with Tackle over Water Gun, for instance. But that's not that simple either, because then you have Stabs, which are same attack, same type attack bonus, meaning if we have a water Pokemon and use a water move, our damage goes up by 1.5. Hi, I work at a Pokemon bar. Can I get you to come with me? This is a Pokemon bar. Just look for the blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Here, I'd like you to have this as a promotional item. Obtain the Potion. Again, I know it's potion. People are going to be like, what does he say, Potion? I know it's potion. Also put away the potion in the items pocket. A potion can be used anytime, so it's even more useful than a Pokemon Center in certain situations. Okay, thanks. Oldale Town, where things start off scarce. But it's relative, right? Like, what if you come to Oldale Town at the end of your journey? Then it's not starting off. When Pokemon battle, they eventually level up and become stronger. If the Pokemon with you becomes stronger, you'll be able to go farther away from here. But again, what if Oldale Town is the final town? It doesn't make any sense. It's all pandemonium. I just discovered the footprints of a rare Pokemon. Wait until I finish sketching them, okay? Ah, wait! Please don't come in here. I just discovered the footprints of a rare Pokemon. Wait until I finish sketching them. That's the game's way of saying, you cannot go this way just yet. Hello. When a Pokemon battle starts, the one at the left of the list goes out first. So when you get more Pokemon in your party, try switching around the order of your Pokemon. Could give you an advantage. Oldale Town, where things start off scarce. A potion can be used anytime, so it's even more useful than a Pokemon Center in certain situations. I feel like this guy's got a vendetta against Poke Centers. The clerk says that they're all sold out. I can't buy any Pokeballs. If a Pokemon gets hurt, loses HP, and faints, it won't be able to battle. To prevent your Pokemon from fainting, restore its HP with a potion. Hello. Welcome. How may I serve you? Potion, antidote, paralyzed, heal, awakening. How much money do we have? We have 3K. So, usually I like to buy 5 of these each. Oh, wow, that's expensive, though. Let's go for potions, which are going to be more... Actually, antidotes are going to be super helpful. Let's buy 5 of these. Cure poison. Then we'll buy potions. We've got to... Can we buy 8? 2,400. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So that is not as much money as I thought. And you can also sell, but... All right, and I think that is a good stopping point for the first episode. Very excited. Hopefully you can tell by my voice that I was having a lot of fun with this one. Yeah, Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell. Like the video. Leave comments. If you want to go the extra mile, consider becoming a patron. Consider becoming a Twitch subscriber. All links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Very much looking forward to episode 2. And I will see you there. Bye-bye.